The 1960s Batman TV series remains a classic to this day. One of the actors, Burt Ward, who played Robin, still has fondness for the show and loves giving interviews where he discusses his experience. Today, we'll look at some of the fascinating facts and dark secrets about the show. Join Factsverse as we present Burt Ward confirms the dark secrets of 1960s Batman. In a recent interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Burt Ward, who played Robin in the 1960s series, recalled his disastrous first day on set that sent him to the hospital. Burt recalls he was not warned about the physical demands of the role and was instructed to perform his own stunts, which led to a serious injury. Ward said that on his first day of filming, he was wearing his Robin costume, which was made of thin spandex material, and was instructed to run up a wall and backflip off of it. But he had never attempted the stunt before and didn't receive any training or rehearsal. As a result, he ended up fracturing his finger and tearing his groin muscle. Ward said the producers were concerned about his injuries and sent him to the hospital. He was told he'd need to take time off to recover, but he insisted on continuing to work. Ward said he didn't want to let down his co-star, Adam West, or the show's fans, so he pushed through the pain. Ward went on to become an iconic part of the Batman franchise, and his portrayal of Robin has remained popular. Ward said he's proud of his work on the show and grateful for the opportunity to be a part of it. His experience highlights the physical demands that come with performing stunts in TV and film. It also sheds light on the lack of safety protocols in place during the early days of the entertainment industry. Today, there are strict regulations to protect actors and stunt performers, and they undergo extensive training and rehearsal. Burt Ward's anti-penis pills. The 1960s Batman TV series was known for its campy humor and colorful characters, but there were still lines they didn't want to cross. Burt Ward recently revealed that he and co-star Adam West, who played Batman, were forced to take anti-penis pills by the show's producers to avoid any visible bulges in their tight-fitting costumes. With Burt Ward, he had to hide his bulge, and for Adam West, it had to be pointed in another direction. Yep, we'll leave it there. According to Burt, the show's producers were concerned about the possibility of offending the censors and the show's young viewers with any indication of the superheroes' genitalia. Eventually, Burt felt that taking these pills might make it harder for him to have children in the future. He stopped taking them and used his cape to hide his bulge. While the use of these pills may seem extreme, it's not uncommon for actors to take measures to avoid wardrobe malfunctions on set. Ward's revelation sheds light on the challenges faced by actors in tight-fitting costumes, particularly in a time when censorship was much stricter than it is today. The revelation has sparked a controversy on social media about the treatment of actors and the lengths they're forced to go to maintain a certain image. Some have criticized the producers of the Batman series for their extreme measures. Others have defended them for doing what they felt was necessary to maintain the show's wholesome image. Ward's revelation has brought renewed attention to a beloved series that remained an iconic one for over 50 years. Ward remains proud of his time as Robin and the impact the show has had on generations of fans. But his revelation serves as a reminder that even the most beloved TV shows have their behind-the-scenes secrets, and the challenges faced by actors on set are often far more complex than they appear on screen. Now let's look at some of the crazy facts and dark secrets of 1960s Batman. Batman is one of the most iconic superheroes of all time and has been the subject of numerous movies, TV shows, comic books, and more. But the campy and absurd facts about the 1960s show and character are what made it such a phenomenon and paved the way for the various spin-offs we see today. In the 1960s series, Robin's famous catchphrase, "Holy blank, Batman," was used more than 300 times. The blank was always something different. Sometimes it was holy cryptology, sometimes it was holy heart failure. The Batmobile used in the series was actually a modified 1955 Lincoln Futura concept car. It also cost $1. Ford never felt there was any future in the car as it wasn't a particularly successful make. They gave it to the producers for $1, and after a lot of modification, the Batmobile was born. Batman's secret identity, Bruce Wayne, was originally named Bruce Wainwright in the early drafts of the comic book. And there was a lot of demand for Bruce Wayne. In fact, the Bat Signal was created by the Gotham City Police Department to summon Batman in emergencies. Here's another one. The character of Harley Quinn was originally created for the Batman the Animated Series television show, but later became a popular character in the comics too. The series was an inspiration for a movie. In the 1966 Batman movie, the United Nations is threatened by a bomb that's shaped like a giant ticking bomb sign. In the comic book series Batman: The Long Halloween, Batman is forced to team up with the Joker to catch a serial killer known as the Holiday Killer. The character of Robin was introduced in the comic book series as a way to make Batman more appealing to younger readers. Plus, it helped give Burt a job. Cesar Romero was the original Joker, and he invented the famous laugh while waiting for the producers to discuss his role. He found the Joker's costume to be rather silly, and this caused him to let out a high-pitched and maniacal laugh, which he then got paid to recreate many times. Burgess Meredith played the Penguin in the 60s Batman series. He used cigarettes to achieve the character's trademark squawking sound. He wasn't a smoker before, but he had to start to create this odd way of speaking. He also invented the Penguin's walk, and this was also inevitable due to the uncomfortable fat suit he had to wear. Otto Preminger's grandchildren loved the 60s series. In fact, they wanted their grandfather to take on the role of the villain Mr. Freeze. They even locked him out of the house until he agreed to do it. Frank Gorshin was not pleased with the Riddler's jumpsuit. After expressing his distaste for it, some changes were made and the now famous question marks were added to the suit. It's still the standard look for this rather puzzling character. Following an issue with the show's producers, Frank Gorshin didn't appear on one episode of the show. For this one only, John Astin took his place. In the episode, the villain, though similar, was known as the Puzzler, as audiences wouldn't accept a new Riddler, although we all love Jim Carrey many decades later. Whether you're a die-hard Batman fan or simply a casual observer, these facts are sure to give you a new appreciation for the 1960s series and its spin-offs. Now it's time to hear from you. Are you a fan of the original series? It's one of the most popular TV shows in history and still holds up today. Do you think many TV shows today still get their influence from shows from the 1960s? Let us know in the comments section below.